All right. So here are our 8 games of the week. Look who is on the leaderboard yet again, only by 1 game. I got to admit. But
Lucky.
this segment is brought to you by our good friends over at Home Field Apparel. Home Field Apparel. Use that promo code Ruffino Joe for your 15% off. Joe, I'm going to surprise some people here. Penn State, Michigan. I am going with the Nittany Lions. I was told by a buddy of mine I was picking Michigan. I was there. I was 1,000% there. And a guy that I respect more than really anybody in this business told me to go with Penn State. Take the points, take the win. I'm going to take him the outright win. I'm going to trust him on this.
You really want to bet against a pissed off team that's literally spending the week saying that the whole conference is against them? Absolutely not. I'm not a Michigan fan.
A distraction, but here's the thing, okay? It's not just about that. This team has not been tested. Did you know Michigan was 50 in rush offense? Everybody's talking about that offensive line. Joe, I'm going to admit something.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
Penn State's getting a massive addition back defensively now.
Here's the thing, though, is that they have in a lot of their games really pulled back the reins at the start of the fourth quarter. So their production is not going to be statistically in some really high categories because they deliberately.
If there is one category that it shouldn't change, though, is your rushing offense.
What I'm trying to get at here is that they don't go out of their way to throw up extra points on the board at the end of games. They don't
disagree with that. I'm going to take Penn State outright. I know that I'm a Rudy Poo, but I'm going to stay by. Look, I said that it was going to be a 3-way tie in this division. I'm going to stand by it. All right. Ole Miss, Georgia, both of us going with the dogs. Florida State and Miami. We just got done talking about that one. Obviously, FSU. Yep. Both of us going with Washington. Joe, you're taking Missouri. I am taking Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm sticking by my pick. I am not going to trust Tennessee that has not played well against its best opponent. So, give me Missouri.
Rutgers and Iowa. Let's stop right here for just a second. How about the Scarlet Knights? How about them?
I can't believe that the College Football Playoff Committee really went up there. And look, I'm the biggest Rutgers supporter out there in the national media. I don't know anyone else who's talked them up as much as I have.
Well, you are from the state of New Jersey, so don't act like you're not completely biased here.
Right, but what I'm getting at here is that they literally said yesterday that Ohio State deserves to be back where they are at number 1 after they played a really good game against a top 20 defense in Rutgers, which is an insane thing. Who would have thought that we would get to this point in week 11 that somebody would have brought that up as Rutgers as a signature win for a team?
Well, why not rank them? Or were they ranked?
No, they weren't. They should be 25. I think that they should be over Liberty. They would boat race Liberty.
Liberty's undefeated.
Liberty has one of the softest strength of schedule. They're like 130th or something like that in strength of schedule.
Oh, so they're Michigan.
Okay, so let's settle down there.
Okay. You want to talk about Iowa? We have not talked about Iowa all year.
Their offense stinks, and that backup quarterback that they have in is not very good. I think that
not all of this is on Brian Ferentz.
It's not. It's just not it's not good personnel. It's not. And I think Rutgers is a good defensive team with a better. Rutgers is what Iowa thought that they were.
Rutgers, Iowa's what? Say that again.
Iowa is what Rutgers is what Iowa thought that they were. They thought that they were this defensive team that can run the football, and they're just a defensive team that can't move the ball on offense.
Yeah, Joe, they're 130th out of 130 teams on offense. Ferentz is out of there. The Sun, I'm sure he'll be somewhere. Really, actually, believe it or not, in the O-line community, a lot of people respect him. A lot of people think that he's a really good O-line coach. I will throw that out for. Yeah, I'll throw that out there for him. Joe, look, Rutgers defensively has been pretty freaking good, right? I just don't know if Iowa can move the football. Like, as much as I'm bad off on Utah, I don't know how Iowa wins football games. Like, it amazes me that they're in the top 25. Now,
yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing about Iowa. I took a step back in this game now because I'm like, look, man, all Iowa does though, you know what they actually do? They win football games too.
Okay, but
it's so ugly.
Have scraped by beating the crap, not actually beating the crap out of, but defensively mutilating the bottom half of the Big Ten. That is why they've won football games. When they've played like competitive teams, they've lost.
That division is so bad. It is so bad. I'm gonna because Joe, this week, I don't know if you saw this. It was Muffgate 2023. As a family member of the founding members of the Muffalata, I just can't. You didn't see this?
I saw the thing that you tweeted.
Yeah, that was actually kind of cool though. Side note,
it's pretty sick.
There was Ruffino's Bakery in New Orleans where the Muffalata was like invented, and like
is there a family connection? Obviously,
yeah, it's my great grandfather's brother.
So you're like great uncle.
Yeah, my great uncle. So my grandfather's uncle.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So I mean.
That's
but listen, the blood still runs in the veins. You know, I feel like Eddard Stark from Game of Thrones. I was so proud. You got to watch Game of Thrones, man.
I refuse to.
All right. Let's finish with these picks here. Duke, UNC, both of us going North Carolina. Listen, this is another one. This is another one, Joe, that I'm just like. The only reason I picked UNC was because of Drake May. I'm just being real with you.
If Riley Leonard was playing, I think that Duke would win this football game. But it doesn't sound like he's going to be available anytime soon.
Yeah, that kid's taking a beating. So we're both going with UNC. That's a big-time rivalry game and good, too, because basketball season is starting. Yeah. A game we didn't talk about, Joe, before we get out of here. Oregon and USC, both of us going with Oregon. Look, I think Oregon's the best team in the Pac-12. This game, though, I'm just going to tell you, when coordinators get fired, historically, okay, jolts happen on the side of the ball that it happens to, right? Like, so don't take them lightly, brother. Don't take them lightly.
My counterpoint is I feel as though Dan Lanning is a coach that takes things very personally and finds ways to motivate his team in that manner. And I would be willing to bet that he's going to say that everyone's talking about Caleb Williams. No one's talking about you guys. Let's go after him.
Maybe. I mean, I don't disagree with your logic there, but we're going to find out very quickly how much this was personnel and how much of this was coaching and scheme. So